Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Tuesday, April 30th, 2013. This is the last day of April. Tomorrow will be May. April showers, we had plenty of those. Should bring May flowers, so there should be a lot of those too. Took the dog out this morning, first thing. And what did I smell in the air but lilacs? I love the smell of lilacs, a true sign of spring, at least in this area of the United States. All right, so enough about the weather. Excuse me, and what I like to smell. Looking at the futures, we're looking at a flat to slightly up open. If things continue the way they're going, gold is up to 1472, climbing pretty steadily since it's bottomed out a couple weeks ago. Silver as well, climbing. Oil, and this happened over the weekend. Of course, it always happens to me whenever I take a trip up to see the grandkids in Wisconsin. Gas is always the highest that it could possibly be. And that pretty much was my experience for this weekend. So it creeped up. Was under $90 last time I looked at it. But I guess that's the way it goes. All right. Enough about the indexes. Let's take a look at what is going to be happening today. For announcements, we have potentially market-affecting announcements here for the Employment Cost Index, Case-Shiller, that must be Home Price Index, maybe, HPI, Chicago PMI, and Consumer Confidence. Consumer Confidence probably, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. That's just the announcement. So we have 8:30, 9, 9:45, and 10. So by 10 o'clock it should be all over, and you should be able to tell which way we're going to be headed for the day. All right. Taking a look at the account, we have our Amazon Iron Condor here. Let's take a look at the chart just right quick. Okay, let's take a look here. Here's our Iron Condor. Like I mentioned yesterday, we did survive earnings, although Amazon did move down a little bit yesterday, but we're still pretty much okay. And if we were to look at this in the Analyze tab, it's like picture perfect delta less than 1/10 less than 1 anyway. Doesn't get much better than that. Max potential profit is 310. We are at 252. It's getting to be pretty close time to exit out of this if it continues to behave like this. If it slides along here, and our white line is today's price, and if we drop a little bit, then we may have to just hang in a little bit longer. I like to get to more like 80% on these before I get out of them. That's just a desire. We'll just keep an eye on it. CF, I'm a little bit concerned about that one. As you can see, we're down $627. Yesterday was a battle, and I don't know, you could say that who won out? I guess the Bulls kind of won out yesterday. We'll see. We do have a continued hook down on the stochastic, and we have a slight down on the MACD, but the long-term average is moving up, so momentum is moving up. But that doesn't mean price moves up. That just means momentum is moving up. And the same thing on the long-term chart. But again, we're keeping an eye on that. Probably should put an alert in here. I'm going to put an alert in because I just want to take a look and see at or above. That's a good one. I want to see what's going to be going on with it today. Just a gentle reminder. Everything else is pretty much doing okay. We have the insurance policies. Not going to be concerned about any of those at all. We have Netflix is doing fine. MasterCard's doing fine. Although MasterCard, let's just take a peek at this one. I want to make sure that I get out before earnings here. And that is, well, actually that's going to be tomorrow. So, before market, 5-1. Remember when last time I was talking about this? Well, here we go. MasterCard and Justin Timberlake join forces. Well, in that case, I'm going to stay in this bullish trade because I'm sure Justin Timberlake is going to help the stock price on MasterCard. That was announced yesterday, and it gapped up, and it continued up. And it closed even higher. Wow, I might just stay in this. Who needs any of these indicators or technical things or fundamentals when you got stuff like Justin Timberlake? All right, that's really digressing. I'm really sorry about that. Anyway, be keeping an eye on that one. On the Analyze tab, we're a little bit below 50% max profit. Oops, take that out of there. We're still a little bit below 50% of max profit. I wish I could adjust the price scale on this. Anyway, I guess we'll just hang in there. You know, we'll take anything anytime we can, but I'll be watching this today, see if there's any unusual behavior. Okay, let's move on to, let's take a look at ES, these two hedges that I put in. We're down 1,800 on ES, and gold is up 4,500, so 35. We're about $2,700 up on this hedge right now. Okay, let's go to the A+ list and run our scan. We'll stay here in case. Okay, let's take a look right off the bat at Apple. And I see something interesting here. Apple is kind of on a tear since their earnings announcement. We may get a trend reversal. The 50 MA looks like it's starting to flatten out and price is up at it. So that is, to me, a potential counter trend trade at the next pullback. So if it starts to pull back now, and we get stochastic coming down to the 20, that would be, the 50 MA would continue moving down if that ends up being the case, and that would be a potentially good counter trend trade. We have the long-term MACD moving up both on the short term and the moving average, and we have stochastic moving up. So that might be a good counter trend trade. What I would be looking for is a move down to here, and then I would get in with a bull put. Okay, Amazon, we're in, and if I remember right, it was kind of flat, which is kind of why we're in this thing. Doesn't look real flat right here, but it is flat, which is why we're in Iron Condor. I wanted to let you know, I don't know if anybody else is having this problem, but since the new release this weekend, any drawing that's older than, say, 20 days or so, I've got 3 of them, and in some cases 4 of them, and it's a pain in the butt because you can only delete them one at a time. You can't go in and delete after a certain period, so it's a pain. I could delete all drawings, but then I have to redraw this May Iron Condor. Now, if you note here, this April one, well, there's 3 on that one too. But if you look at the Iron Condor one, there's only 1. So it's very strange. There's a new feature now where you can delete drawings older than X, and I think that it's causing this problem. So if you are observing the same problem, I encourage you to send Thinkorswim an email or give them a call and tell them about this problem that you're having. They have referred it, I've been working with them yesterday, they have referred it to their technical people, but you know, if more people are reporting it, then it'll get higher on their list. You know, squeaky wheel gets the grease. Alright, BIDU, we had an alert on this yesterday. It didn't trigger. We were looking for it to get down below this low here. Let's zoom in there just a little bit on this. And we didn't get it. Still a kind of a bearish looking trend that we have going here, but it didn't meet our entry criteria. It's still valid, so I am going to move this down below this low. We're still watching that one. Alright, CF. Any secondary entries that we're seeing on that? Nope, nothing there. Chipotle. Nothing there either. Looking for some move down here in the stochastic. No good entry on that one at this time. Salesforce is down to 41. I think I'm going to take them off of my A+ list. They're just too cheap now. There's not enough premium in these to satisfy me, so I'm going to just delete them out of there. Alright, gold. We didn't get our alert on gold to trigger, so I think I'm going to cancel that for now. Mainly because I think gold's going to come back based on what I'm seeing. Google. We had a simulated Iron Condor on this, which is still working out pretty good. What's this February thing here? I don't know what that is. So that Iron Condor is working out real well. I think I'll be doing more of those. MasterCard. And actually next week is when we go shopping for June Iron Condors. Alright, MasterCard, we're in this May bull put here. That's working out well. We have earnings coming up on tomorrow. We already covered that. So nothing of interest or no new entries there. Netflix. We are in an Iron Condor on Netflix, and it's working out pretty well so far. Usually a lot of times when you get these gaps like this, you get it either continues up or you have a long period of consolidation. Very rarely does it come back and fill right away. So yeah, see, now I got 3 of those too. There's no way that I would make 3 of the same drawing. I just don't have that kind of time. System generated drawings. Price line. We're in auto scale here. Okay, price line is flat and we have earnings coming up. It's going to stay away from that for right now. And last but not least, Panera. We're in an uptrend, and what was their earnings here? Oh yeah, 64.9, $1.64. How am I feeling about this? I'm feeling kind of bearish right now on this, so I'm just going to hold off for. I think there's going to be a trend reversal on this, so I'm going to hold off until we get a stochastic entry on this. Alright, I think that's all I wanted to cover for today. I didn't have any notes or anything, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.